Okay, hype it up. Wave those emote flags in the chat. Let me know who you think is taking this game number 3. Still so much to play for here in War of Lords Group C. Popo, an insane performance in Game 2 to net 8 points. Voldemar, no improvement from his 6, is sitting in second place for the group. Only the top 2 will qualify. And at this point, mathematically, everyone could qualify. Nobody is safe yet. We hop in with Voldemar this time in the green on the Roos. We are going to have Popo, who is ultra-aggressive on Order of the Dragon, and see if that can also be aggressive. We've got another Order of the Dragon player in the form of Unicom over here in the red. Pink is going to be cool. I think Japanese with this format can be really strong. So Tuan could yield himself quite a few kills with a Castle Rush into Mass Mounted Samurai. To the north of them, you're going to have Kiljadi once again on the Malians. Don't know how he keeps getting this in the orange. And his next door neighbor is going to be the other Malian player here in the purple. This is the Korean player who wasn't able to get the big boy performance we were maybe hoping for. But really big shout out to Popo, man. I wasn't expecting this from this unknown Japanese player. I wasn't familiar with them, but they looked outrageous in that second game. Unlikely we see a repeat performance, but someone who does need to avoid the repeat performances of Game 1 and 2 is Garnath. Dude's sitting on 0 points. Dude has not had a chance to breathe, to thrive at all. Game 1, he got rushed. Game 2, he got his eco online, but then got hit by 2. What does Game 3 have in store for our resident 3D clan member? 2 Malian players feels bad for pit mines. I think they've got kind of a split, though, if you look at it, right? Like, Kiljadi goes west, and then you're probably going to have purple go east. There's even the north side, which you might sneak and creep for. So I think there's enough pit mines around them that they don't need to directly contest each other. I'd be probably more worried about this right here. Order the Dragon and the Japanese being so close together. This could lead to like some crazy outpost rush from OOTD, but this could also lead to a fast castle into Mountain Samurai spam that just ruins Unicom's chances altogether. And Unicom is still in contest here, remember. He got some kills. He's sitting on a 1-pointer. Wait. Tuan? What? No! No! Tuan, what is this? Oh my god, he sent the king to scout. Villagers with the shivs out. He's slightly regenning. Remember, Gilded Villagers have higher base damage. The body blocks are coming through. Can Unicom do this? Sprint still on cooldown for a long time. I cannot believe this. A game 3, and what a way to go out. Tuan, it looked like he was using his king to scout here. But the timing, Unicom snuck round the back. He gets the wall up, and he gets up 1 more point on the board before the 5-minute mark in the deciding game for Group C. And just like that, one of the tempo civs, the ones that can be threatening, the most threatening in that mid-game, has been removed from the equation. And Unicom can breathe a sigh of relief because now his spawn is insane. He's playing as OTD. Regnitz is logically the play here. He's parked on 2 relics already. He has 3 additional ones past that easily in his purview. This could be an insanely good game for the player from China. And that might have been the fastest Elam, yeah. And that was not a king throwaway, by the way. No, that was something, if you ask like high-level free-for-all players, they'll say they do this. They send their king out to scout. Because there's so much ground to cover, you want to see what's around you. Your scout's going to go off one way, your village has already been another. You want to try to gather resources, but you also want to gather info. He just got tricked, though. That was sick. What a play from Unicom. Now at 2 points. Qualifying getting more and more realistic for him. Other players, I think, are going to be more chill. I don't expect anyone else to lose their king before the 10-minute mark. And yeah, I've seen loads of players use king to check map. It's 200 HP, and you have the sprint to get out of a jam. Like, realistically, at 3 minutes in the game, how is a 200 HP king going to die? Shouldn't really die. There shouldn't be many ways that he gets popped. They walked into the TC and took a few arrows, and then the other sick thing Unicom done there is that he used his scout to body block when the king was trying to run away, which allowed these Gilded Villagers to stay in range. Yeah, I think what Unicom, I think what Tuan was rather trying to do, I think he was trying to scout around the tree line to see what's happening, but sadly, the way they spawned, he wouldn't be able to loop back around. Good idea from Baltin as well. Like, double boar in the area. He has got, what, deer just north of that as well? It's feasible to rush up here. Like we said, the Regnants is going to definitely yield a big reward here. There's no one nearby to contest you. Purple and orange are probably going to waste time denting each other, rather. And all the south side players are way too far away. This is a very chill game for Unicom, but he can't be too chill, remember. He needs kills, right? He's only sitting at 2 points right now. A win is worth 3. That would put him up to 5. He needs to get at least 7. Council play coming in from Hung ADC. Voldemort has got the Kremlin, so he should be fairly safe against these Lombo raids due to the aggressive positioning. He can even now just drop a mining camp here. I think, actually, he might be blocked by the deer. But he can drop it just 1 tile down, and he should be fairly safe to gather there. Remember, whenever you play Longbows, even when it's this close to your base, you don't like the idea of moving around the back of the enemy base, because it means you're cut off from reinforcements, and your retreat is blocked. Voldemort, I don't know what the... Wait. Did he draw a wall like that? And then cancel the inside? No, that doesn't sound right. There is a trick right now with walling, guys, where you can basically wall and it costs 25% of what it should. So things around, for example, gold veins. So like the idea is that if you draw a wall past where you really want to do it and keep going and going and going, and then you cancel the starting points, you only get caught with the cost in the middle. The reason that's important is whenever you start a new wall, the cost is like initially very high. So Dragavan, for example, was a giant, enormous nerd about this. And it's why you see him do those little weird tricks where he walls in his mining camp, because he's basically spending like 7 wood to do that. Because he basically walls past and then cancels everything but the centerpiece. Because centers don't cost that much. Weird wall mechanics. I don't think it's intentional, but that most definitely is. What a move. Killjadi already teched up. He can't react with his own defensive landmark. So purple with the blocker on the gold. You cheeky son of a gun. Now, he doesn't have the Mancer effect in return by doing this, but he can actively gather up a lot of gold here and turn this into a javelin race that Killjadi could not contest. What a wild build. Meanwhile, I believe we're going to have Unicom, yeah, rushing towards that castle age. It's just about got what he needs, so Regnant's going to be coming in soon. And because these two are now having a party in the Malian home bases, there's nothing to contest him. I genuinely think Unicom is going to be looking at, what, probably a 6 relic game. No one else is rushing castle, right? Maybe Teal? Popo might be the one threat. Yeah, but his castle age timing is so much worse. I think he's just playing on sheep that for some reason are sitting loose because he didn't move them in. Meanwhile, on this side, like, what, are we talking sheep as well? Sheep and there were the deer, because I think he built his base on top of the deer. So Regnant's now on the way up. Garnath is chilling. He did go for the Madressa build, and he is going into stables, so we are going to get some early aggro. I think he's going to be rushing castle as well, though. Yeah, Garnath is already getting ready for it. It just doesn't make sense. You're never going to get enough Sipahi from this type of position. Only if you maybe try and play out into the deer, right? Which he has the mill for, but hasn't been actually actively sitting there. Meanwhile, Voldemort... Wait. Was this an active choice by Voldemort? He never built the hunting cabin out on the deer. He did build one down here, which has got a nice 35 gold trickling in. Voldemort is seeing a perfect 500 bounty. Cha-ching! Meanwhile, Hung. He's not going to get White Tower rushed. Hung ADC has nothing. In fact, wait, what happened? Did he throw away his Lombos on the Kremlin? Oh, they're in the TC. Okay, okay. Good shout, Baltin. No, wait. No, he's got one... there we go. Longbows just came out. Okay, 9 longbows, spear, goes around. This makes sense then. By the way, he has to do this. Look at the map. There's no way out. Voldemort is playing the prison guard for the interned right now. However, Voldemar is also being insanely greedy, building his second H2 landmark. I'm memeing. The High Trade House is coming in. Castle Age is on the way. Voldemar does have very strong walls to delay that ram timing, but he needs to get men-at-arms out ASAP. Either that or Knights, but Knights can be contested from an age behind, right? What's coming through? Garnath. Yoinking away relics with his fast castle build. Meanwhile, we have more already coming home for Unicom. Second relic being pulled in. Third on the way as well. Dude, this is a 6th relic game. There's no doubt about it, right? He's got the 2 safely behind him that neither orange or purple can rush towards. He's yoinked away the central relics before Teal can contest them himself. What a damn good game for Unicom. This would be a hell of a comeback story after just being the 3rd Orchid Wheel in that very long game 1, getting only a single pick in game number 2, to then come in and potentially just get a complete swipe performance in the final to qualify through. What a story that would be for the Chinese player. Meanwhile, the Vietnamese player is at least trying to write his own narrative here. One that doesn't involve him being in prison for a very long time. Hung ADC, moving on to the primary TC. Racks are down there, men-at-arms are coming. This is not going to work. Wait, the king? This is making me uncomfortable. Okay, he has the villagers now. He did control group them. Nice play here. Ram's going to be going down. He's going to lose extra villagers. A little bit of a subpar micro there from Voldemar, but first men-at-arms have now arrived. So she'll be able to mop up that Ram. I say that. No. Surely not. It's down to 9 HP. It's actually going to live. Okay, that's kind of important, actually. Hung ADC is just going to get a second shot here. He needs to be fast. It's difficult. But if you get to, like, 3 rounds, he can potentially break this TC and get an unlikely King Snipe. But when I say it's unlikely, I'm not exaggerating at all. This is a very hard position for Hung ADC to play out from. Remember, he hasn't got any extended food to work with. I love the fact that you've just got Popo on the high ground watching him right now, by the way. But yeah, he has to transition farms, which is cheap for the English, but it's just more wood going into economy and less going into your round play. Not to mention the Lombos as well. There's a lot of reasons why this is painful. Love the fact that Voldemar wasn't greedy, by the way. The relics are just going to be gone at this stage. You have to pay attention to the attack and deal with it first. So cancels his attempted investment into the monastery. Just focuses on getting more Rax units out. Meanwhile, pass swapping now on the way, so Unicom starting to stack up. Orange and purple, neither of these players are dying quickly, by the way. Some back and forth aggression. I'm kind of surprised Killjadi's actually not just been wiped when it comes to army so far. It feels like purple should be winning these fights every day of the week with active access to gold, but we see why. Mistakes made here. Killjadi... Wait, what the f... This is the most cocky thing you can do right now. Killjadi doesn't even delete the pit mine. He's gathering from it. Which means that purple knows he's here. He goes for a proxy archer range play and is now going to try to idle him out. So that should give the edge over to purple in terms of raw javelin count to win the fight at home. However, right now, purple is throwing away a lot. What is going on over here? There's only so much we can blame on lag. That felt so entirely unnecessary. 28 eco now. On the other side, Killjadi's at 41. I think he's going to survive this. No freaking way. Meantime, Popo has gone ahead and locked in the Sacred Sites. Realistically, he's not going to be able to hold this. It's just gold gen. Like, think about the lay of the lands. At this stage in the game, it's not feasible to hold back, what, 5 other players? Sorry, 6 other players? Can't believe he's held back this purple player, though. Killjadi. What a comeback from an ugly position here. At the same time, Saharan Trade Network is not looking well for wear. Javs are going to get chased away. And Killjadi starting to spring to life. Someone who I do not think is going to be alive much longer is Hung ADC. 13 Lombos in total. Voldemar already has 9 men-at-arms. He has plenty of food to keep booming these numbers up. He has also got the blacksmith techs coming through. He's got the double ranged armor. So these Lombos guaranteed only get to do 1 damage to MAA. Oy, oy. Hung tries to back away now. Voldemort might just consider committing here. I think he's got enough men-at-arms to kind of send through past this. And this is big, remember. If Voldemort can just get one kill, the probability of him just locking in for the playoffs is huge. He's already at the 6-point mark. 7 is incredibly cozy. The leader of the pack is Popo with 8 right now. Everyone else is like, what, 2? I think we had maybe a 3-pointer in there, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3 points on Killjardy. Killjardy, who's looking just as dented on the other side of the map. So men-at-arms start to move in. Lombo Mass is at least staying alive for Hung ADC. However, Voldemort should have plenty more MAA where that came from. And this wave is going to do a lot of economical damage. So Hung ADC in a pretty rough situation here. Rams also just getting deleted. Overall, really good trades here. The problem is the Lombo Mass will eventually kill these off, but the time it takes, the idle time achieved, pays for it in return. We'll reset and move away now. Happy with the damage he's done here. Voldemort now sitting at the 40 eco mark. Meanwhile, Hung ADC still ahead at 44. There were some losses with those dives. But when you think about the passive economy, right? 257 gold a minute. On top of that, the 42 gold here from the hunting cabin. And the extra wood that comes in as well. I think it's fair to say he's in a decent position. As long as he doesn't get jumped. Okay. This is a problem. 3 Gilded Knights now marching in. Spearmen aren't going to start being built. Walls are now going up, but slightly delayed here. So all of a sudden, Hung ADC may get a stay of execution courtesy of Popo. Meanwhile, more Gilded Knights arriving elsewhere. Unicrom, he just showed up! Purple has nothing. He put everything into Javelin production to try and dent Killjardy, and now, at the worst possible time, Unicom continues the comeback story. This is insane. Remember, Unicom is up in the Imperial Age. His Kushki, elite Gilded Knights here. 460 HP, and both of your targets up here are locked in Feudal Age. Remember, you do get padded torch damage to balance out the fact that you spend so much on these units, right? 28 torch per unit. No banker repairs, no reduction there. Nothing to defend. This is it. So Killjardy needs to kind of time this to attack right now. He doesn't see, though, and this is a problem. If he doesn't realize that Unicom is going for the kill, it's going to be a freebie that Killjardy could potentially intercept. The problem right now is Killjardy only has javelins. He doesn't have a spear to his name. King's going to jump out, though. Tries to escape. Wall's not going to go up. Second game in a row that Purple tried that. Second game, it fails him. And now Killjardy gets the bad news. Hello, honey. I've got a taste for Malian blood. 9 these bad boys right in. Not many Donzos to contest this. Now, if you just go for the army, this is an easy GG. Second wave comes in. That's now 13 Gilded Knights here. And Killjardy, this is critical for Voldemort. Unicom getting this kill may keep his dream alive, but it also makes Voldemort's position in second place remaining more realistic here. Killjardy was looking like the biggest threat. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, Lombos have at least snuck out here. Voldemort is being forced to react to that, but second wave is now shifting to head into the economy of Hung ADC. Hung, who is getting ever so close to that opportunity to tech up. Might be difficult to find the timing, though. Not many Lombos left to keep attention elsewhere. Meanwhile, TC about to go down, so both of these players to be eliminated. And that means we're going to have to put more points on the board. That means that Unicom is now going to be on 4 points in game number 3, the deciding game in Group C. And my apologies, I just noticed we do need to update that number in the top left. King will not get away. So there we go. Killjardy out. No chance of making it to the playoffs here in War of Lords. Will not get a lick in on that $1,000 reward. White Town now being rushed up. Hung ADC has been scouted on it, though. Men-at-Arms need to move. Shifting across now. No textiles either. Hung. I'm not liking this. The Men-at-Arms are clowning, though. That might be a saving grace. It's going to allow him to get up. The pathfinding betraying Voldemort here. Rams are moving in, though. White tower defense is at least going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but the TC was already starting to get dented. Interesting choice being made, actually. The king is over here, so realistically, you'd think Voldemar would want to deal with that, send the Rams in. Instead, just trying to get rid of the defensive landmark. Sacred Site might be ticking, but I don't think for much longer. One knight goes for the decap. That is going to get blocked by Popo, but yeah, there you go. Unicom knows. In fact, Unicom is simultaneously hunting for Garnath in the south while looking for the decap in the center. This is getting uncomfortable, man. If Unicom gets the kill on Garnath, I think it's just an easy GG. Voldemar is going to torch through on that white tower. More Rams being built up behind this. He knows he's going to have to get more TCs afterwards, so you can already see him gathering the stone to prep for that exact moment. White tower now on fire. And I think the end of the road for Hung ADC. No food, no wood, no chance, no shot. All of his eco is right here. All of his population is on the screen. Voldemar. It's going to be expensive to burn through the TC as well, right? It hasn't got that many men-at-arms left, but at this point, it's undeniable. Sacred Site in the meantime has been decapped, so no shot of Popo ruining everyone's day here. That would have been an insane way for Voldemar to qualify, by the way. Just Popo getting all the points for the eliminations and the win points to keep Voldemar in for the playoffs. Instead, Unicom, my god, he's actually going for it. Against Janissaries and Great Bombards. It's 10-pin dragon, baby. Sorry, 20-pin dragon. The bowling balls aren't strong enough. They can't deal with it. Great Bombard's going to go down. And Garnath, not once has he been able to find a game in this series where he could get an elim, get a favorable fight. I think he's finishing this entire series on 0 points. Janissaries in the choke points. Looks like he's summoned with the Vizier point usage. Expensive investment. And a one-off, right? And yeah, there it is. Janissary Company confirmed he did waste the point on that. It is going to buy time for the castle to go up. First wave of Gilded Knights is going to be brought down. In the meantime, though, the kill is confirmed. Voldemar notches another one on his belt. Now up at 7 points in this series. This is getting tight. However, Voldemar might be about to die. Remember, he's been building mass men-at-arms, not spearmen. Popo, he's hunting in. You could break through the walls here to escape, and that's very difficult for Popo to deal with. Remember, these Palisade walls have double health. Spearmen are at least starting to spawn out, and it looks like instead of reacting to it, Popo is just targeting onto the TC. Does this work? This is really difficult. Villagers are repairing right now. More Spearmen are at least coming out. The men-at-arms are cutting the reinforcements. Gilded Knights are starting to back off a little bit here. There is a chance Voldemar survives this if there's a move by Unicom now. If he sends it into Popo's base, Popo will have to react. However, Popo might just allow that exchange because getting 1 point on Voldemar would qualify him. Right now, Unicom is the biggest threat. Voldemar dying paves the path for Popo to qualify either way. Because either Unicom flops and Garnath can't turn it around anyway, or Unicom rolls the entire lobby, qualifies second, and leaves Voldemar in third. This is actually really smart by Popo. Good strategic choice here. We'll have to see if it pays off. King is at least going to be protected. We've got a little bit of gate shenanigan going on. Unicom, he's actually not attacking into Teal right now. Garnath is on the way. I don't know if this is the European Alliance. I'm not sure really what the hell these guys are meant to be doing here. It feels like he's maybe trying to snatch a king kill last second. Which would be a hilarious way of griefing the results and the outcome of this game. More walls being built. This is wild. There's no way. You would have thought he would have went south side into the secondary TC, but he chose not to. He has got sprint coming off cooldown, so he might make the move now. Might have to. Ah, the TC died. No, Voldemar's dead, guys. There's no comeback here. He doesn't have enough economy to get enough spears. Remember, these are elite Gilded Knights, and it's no small quantity. It's 16 of them. So Voldemar pinned against the tree line with nowhere to run. his journey will end here. Because with this, Voldemar sits at 7 points. Unicom looks poised to win. If he kills one extra person and gets the win, which he'll do together, and it looks feasible, that would put him up to 8. And he's now popping in. Poppo. Wait, he hasn't got the kill, guys. Oh my god. Voldemar, he can actually survive this. This is big. This is actually huge. If Poppo's king dies, Voldemar has a very thin opportunity to upset. He'd need the Garnath kill. They need to somehow beat Red, which I just don't see happening. But at least muddies the water. If Poppo, however, can just get this one kill, no one can stop him from proceeding through to the playoffs. King. What? Okay, he's out of places to run, though, guys. Like, this is it. E repairs his buying time, meanwhile. More knights to react, and that's slowing down the rate which Unicom is killing off Poppo here. The Wolves. Oh, I feel so bad for him because I don't think Voldemar knows the maths involved here. Poppo was already at 8 points, right? And Unicom got enough kills. I don't think he tracked those early kills. Unicom's at 4. This will be 5. And the only way then that Voldemar could qualify is if Garnath somehow kills Unicom. But now, Voldemar's journey here ends with a kill for Poppo. 9 points for Poppo. But I think that's all that he's going to write. With this many Gilded Knights here, it's undeniable now. So that is going to be Poppo going out in 3rd place for game number 3. But he will finish in an undisputable qualifying position here. The only thing now is that Unicom might top the groups. What a comeback story. Unicom now sitting at 5 points. And realistically, he should win this showdown with Garnath. If he does, that will put him up to a 9-point finish, mirroring the results of Poppo. So many of these Gilded Knights on the way. How else could this end? 39 Gilded Knights, 18 Gilded Landsnet. Garnath's grand army total is 31 Sipahi and 20 Janissaries. 2 Great Bombards. So your opponent has more military units, military entities than you. Keep in mind that's not easily done, guys. Order the Dragons spend double the military pop because they're doubly effective. Stonewall's coming in, so he's going to force a staged fight here. But I think this fight goes one way. The decline of the Ottoman Empire. Wave 1 arrives, second wave now coming in. Yes, it's Janissaries, but who cares when it's this many knights? Lance also now starting to arrive. The cleave starting to sliver its way in here. And I think Garnath understands that there's no hope, no way that he can help Voldemar make it through. It is going to be a comeback story. Unicom, game 3. An overwhelming performance to make it through to the playoffs. From, what was it, 1 point? This game, he butchers all. Kicks off with a 3-minute elimination on a 2-on. Follows it up with a double Malian strike. Gets rid of Poppo. And finishes off with Garnath to make it a 5-kill lobby for the Chinese player. To make it a 9-point finish. To head through and keep his dreams alive of thrusting the trophy and taking the lion's share of this $1,000 free-for-all tournament. Ha ha ha! These are the games that are sick to watch, man. If you give me more games like this and less like game 1, I'm going to be excited about free-for-all tournaments every day until the sun sets. Oh. I'll happily cast it for years. Because this was fun. What an incredible performance. And at this point, Garnath, I mean, he's not gonna do kill Jardy levels, so I don't think this game's over. I think he's just gonna allow it to happen, to flow over him. Let Unicom get the kills that he earned. Because now, with this one, it's a 9-point finisher. And that is going to be 2 Asians qualifying through to the playoffs. 1 from Japan, now 1 from China.